Hey everyone. If your doctor just told you, like I was told, that you're going to need to see an ophthalmologist and you have no idea what to expect, then this is the video for you. I just had my first ophthalmology appointment and I'm going to walk you through exactly what happened, what all the equipment does, and what it all means. No medical jargon, just what you need to know, because quite honestly, I didn't know what to expect. The first piece of equipment that I'm going to talk about is called a biometer. And this device measures the exact length of your eye down to fractions of a millimeter. Think of it as a really precise measuring tape for your eye. And that measurement is what allows the surgeon to decide what the perfect prescription is for your new lens implant. The next piece of equipment is called a slit lamp or a bite. This is the microscope your doctor will use to examine your eye up close under a really bright focus light. And that thin slit of light lets them see all of the different layers of your eye, like looking at a slice through it. It's actually one of the most important tools in an eye exam. And if you ever get a scratch on your eye or think you might have a scratch on your eye, it's what the eye doctor, any eye doctor, or even some urgent cares will use to look at your eye. Just realized I'm wearing my reading glasses and I don't really need to be. I got so used to wearing glasses before my ophthalmology appointment that now I don't even notice when they're on my face. So sorry about that, guys. Um, the next piece of equipment is going to be the optical coherence tomography. It's also known as an OCT. Think of this sort of like an ultrasound for your eye, but using light instead of sound. It creates a really detailed cross section of the images of your retina, which is the light sensitive layer at the back of your eye. It can also detect damage or changes long before you'd ever notice a symptom. Unfortunately for me, this is the one test that made them realize that my vision issues aren't from cataracts, but from a problem in my retina. So I'm going to put up two images on the screen of OCT scans. The one on the right is what it's supposed to look like if you have a healthy retina. It has a little indentation in the middle of it, and that helps refract light and gives you normal vision. Mine on the left, as you can see, looks completely different. It has what's called a macular pucker, um, and it is when a thin membrane kind of forms over time over the top of the retina and then pulls it out, pulls that little indentation out so that it doesn't refract light in the same way and it will make your vision distorted. That is what the problem was. The third image that I'm going to show here is another printout from the OCT exam. I'm not completely clear on what this is, but ChatGPT tells me that it measures the thickness of my retina in different places. So one side is my left eye and one side is my right eye. This is where I kind of wish that I had advocated for myself a little bit more in the appointment. I didn't ask all of the questions I probably should have asked or in hindsight wanted to ask because I was a little bit taken aback that this wasn't just simply cataracts and that I had a problem that was literally deeper in my eye than cataracts. So I guess lesson learned and lesson passed on. If you get hit with something unexpected in a medical exam, take a minute, ask for a minute, demand a minute, take a deep breath, and let your mind come up with any questions you might have. I was handed these pieces of paper and this new diagnosis and told I would be referred to a retinal specialist and literally couldn't think of anything else to say until I got out to the car. But hopefully you can learn from my mistake. I would recommend that you grab my free RN Insider appointment prep sheet. I'm going to put the QR code up here, and there's a link in the description. so that if you have any other appointments coming up that you're preparing for, or if you have to go to an ophthalmology appointment, you can use that to prepare. And if you've ever received an unexpected diagnosis during an appointment and it made you totally freeze like I did, drop your story below. I'd love to hear about it. Let's move on with the equipment now. The next piece would be the tonometer. This measures the pressure inside your eye. And you probably had this done at almost every eye exam you've had. It's that puff of air test. And it measures the pressure because elevated pressure is a key warning sign for glaucoma. So, especially if you have any family history of glaucoma, this is really important to have it done. And then next we have the corneal topographer. Your your cornea is the clear dome at the front of your eye, and it's not perfectly round. So this device maps every curve and variation on it. It's a very detailed topographical map, like you can see in a mountain range, but this is the your eye's surface. It detects all irregularities, and it's really essential for planning any kind of lens replacement surgery like cataract surgery. Second to last piece of equipment would be the A-scan and B-scan ultrasound. This isn't always done. These are done when you have such a thick or dense cataract that the light-based tools can't get a clear view through them. So they use this as sound waves instead. It works the way sonography works in a submarine or how bats use it. So it bounces sound waves and creates a 2D picture of your eye. So your doctor can see the structures inside of it. And the final piece of equipment is the Phoropter or the autorefractor. The autorefractor is that big goggle-like machine that they swing in front of your face and they go, which one is clear? One or two, two or three, three or four. And you're like, I don't even know anymore because they all look the same after a while. But you've undoubtedly seen that at every single eye exam you've had. So now that you know what to expect, my hope is that if you ever have to go in for an exam with an ophthalmologist for cataracts or any complication with your vision, that you should feel a little bit more prepared for what's going to happen and have it be a little less scary. The only special preparation for this exam, because I wear contacts, was that I had to wear my glasses. I had to wear them for 2 weeks. I have read that some clinics only require that for a week. Um, it was a challenge for me. I had to get new glasses because I didn't have a really good current prescription for eyeglasses. So that's something to keep in mind. If, like me, you really only take your contacts out and wear glasses at night, you may not have a pair of glasses that you can wear 24 hours, well, 16 hours a day, however long you sleep at night. Um, so you may have to prepare ahead long enough to be able to get a new pair of glasses. And just brace yourself, and because if you've been wearing contacts for a long time, it is challenging. Other than that, no special preparation. Now that you know what to expect, none of it should feel scary. Grab my free RN Insider prep sheet in the description. It is the one thing I wish I had made better use of when I was in that room. And if this helps, subscribe because I'm still waiting on my retina specialist appointment, and I'll be sharing exactly what happens when I get there in future videos. And if you want to see how this journey started, my first video is right here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. I'm a nurse in your corner.